guys, Rich here from the RCNetwork.com, and today we have a pretty cool unboxing of the brand new Bronco. Yes, the new version Bronco from Traxxas based on the TRX-4. So before we even get into the new Bronco here from Traxxas, I kind of wanted to let everyone know where I've been the past couple of months. Now, if you followed me on social at all, you'll know that I actually just bought a brand new mountain bike. I've been mountain biking for years, and it was just time to update my old Pivot mountain bike. So, of course, like all Pivot owners do, they go out and buy a brand new version of that bike. So I picked up a 2021 Switchblade, which is kind of like their enduro trail all mountain style bike, and the thing is just amazing. It's 29-inch wheels, full suspension, of course, lots of travel. It's like you're riding a couch wherever you're going on the trails. And of course, with that, I've been upgrading it like all hobbyists do, adding on some of my own touches to it and just making it my own, making it a little bit faster, or as fast as I can pedal it, because this is not an e-bike. This is an actual, I pedal the bike and that makes me go style of bike. So that's kind of where I've been, and maybe this will lead to maybe a new mountain bike channel. I'm not sure. Originally, this channel, the RC Network, was intended to be a mountain bike channel. If you've been around long enough, you know that the channel was originally named Rich MTB, which was a mountain bike channel, but kind of morphed into a hobby I just picked up, which is Hobby Grade RCs, which you're watching today on. But let's get back to the Traxxas. Now, the Ford Bronco, the new version, definitely appeals to a lot of people because it's kind of dubbed as the Jeep Wrangler killer. I myself am in the market for a new truck here soon, and I've been eyeballing this new Bronco. Once, of course, the frenzy dies down and the COVID, the chip shortage, the top shortage, and everything else is going on with Ford right now, hopefully when that's all resolved, I'll be ready to buy one myself. I've been eyeballing the four-door, and this actually is the four-door version, which is pretty cool. As far as the chassis, not much has changed on the chassis of this TRX-4. It is the longer wheelbase, so a 12.8-inch wheelbase, kind of like the Defender or the Tactical, those two original versions that came out a couple of years ago. Now with that, the main difference on this truck is going to be that body, that fully licensed body from Ford. Traxxas definitely pulled all the stops on getting this Bronco body looking absolutely perfect for us hobbyists. Now, as of this video, there's only two colors available, the Cyber Orange, which I did pick up, or the Rapid Red. Kind of wish they had the blue color. Of course, you guys may know why I wanted the blue one, but the Cyber Orange will do for me. This version of the TRX-4 is a full ready-to-run vehicle. However, you do have to supply your own battery for the vehicle, battery for the transmitters, and a charger to charge that battery for the vehicle. Before we get to the Traxxas Bronco, let's go over some of the supplement items that came inside the box. Starting with a small bag of tools, including a 1.5, 2.0, and 2.5 millimeter hex wrench, and a wheel nut driver. A few official Traxxas decals, a Traxxas service and support guide, the official TRX-4 Bronco owner's manual, and finally the TQI radio from Traxxas. The radio system from Traxxas is actually pretty robust. There's lots of stuff on this, considering this is a TRX-4. So you do have a couple of menu buttons here at the top for setting different things. You do have a top toggle switch for your locking differentials, both front and rear. You have two dials here on the side for both your steering trim and a multi-function knob. The bottom toggle is going to be for your 2-speed transmission. And finally, Traxxas's actual wheel is pretty comfortable. They use some really good foam on there, and the throttle control is also very decent. This does take 4 AA batteries that you will have to supply yourself. And finally, the new Bronco from Traxxas. Now this thing is an absolutely beautiful replication of the one-to-one version, the four-door Bronco. Now don't get mistaken by the Broncos that you are seeing on the road. Those are the sports. A lot of the two-door and four-door versions are quite a bit larger than the sport, and obviously much more capable off-road that this one is based off of. Now, the first thing that my eyes went to when I pulled this out of the box was that front grille and those halo lights. Now, on the real 1-to-1 Broncos, these are actually going to have halo lights going all the way around and then through the center right here up to the actual Bronco logo. And from what I hear, Traxxas has a light kit out that actually replicates that halo light, which is pretty cool. Now, Traxxas also duplicated the exact bumper from the real Bronco, although Traxxas did add kind of like a push bar and a fake winch on the front of it. They do have a real working wrench that is available. I'm not a big fan of the fake one, so that's probably the first thing to go. Looking at the actual cyber orange color, there is some definite metallic portion to it, and it's an actual painted body. This thing looks really legit in studio here. It's hard to show on camera, but it will look amazing out in the sun. Now, another cool feature are these actual molded plastic parts right here for the sight lines. This is to let the driver know exactly where its vehicle is when it's doing some rock crawling or in a narrow situation off-road. Moving up here towards the front cowl, you do have the actual side mirrors that are movable, so they'll actually collapse in if needed, and you can just pull them back out with your hand. This is all one piece that goes all the way across here. You do have little windshield wipers here as well, just to give you that extra scale look. Moving along the side of the vehicle, we do have molded plastic fender flares. We do have the rocker panels that we've seen on a lot of the TRX-4s, molded plastic handles right here. Also, tinted windows, which was a nice addition for this Bronco. Previous Traxxas models actually had decals over that. It's nice to see that they actually took some advice from the hobbyists, left them clear, put on some tinted decals to give that look. Towards the rear of the Bronco, we do have a full-size spare tire on there, a replica bumper that is attached to the chassis. Both the front and rear are both attached to the chassis. And way at the very bottom, we do have a tow hitch down there that is actually functional as well. So if you do plan to tow with it, you can do that. Now, the rear taillights are absolutely amazing as well. They do have that LED type feature in there like we saw on the fronts with the halo. It'll be interesting to see how Traxxas replicates that in the rear as well. Finally, the last couple of scale details, of course, the bucking Bronco on the rear. That is just a decal, not really an emblem. And you do have a nice license plate down here, the Traxxas TRX-4 license plate. Now, one of the coolest features about this new Ford Bronco from Traxxas is the hidden body mounts. Now, you didn't see any body mounts up here at the top or on the top of the actual roof. They're actually hidden inside of the wheel wells. There's two little kind of tabs that you grab with your fingers, clasp them, and push the body up, and that disengages the body right there. You have two in the front wheel wells, two in the rear wheel wells, and you're able to remove the body. The body back on, you just kind of line it up, feel for the tabs in there, and just section it down. All good, ready to rock. Now, before we get to the actual chassis, I wanted to show you the inner workings of the body. This body has taken all RC bodies to the next level with the amount of actual inner structure of this body. Of course, you can see the fender flares right here with both the fender flares and the inner structure to keep that all together. There is actually molded plastic cage going throughout, and it makes stops at all of the handles, up here at the front, all the way across the body towards the back, and it's actually the mounting place for these new body mounts that I showed you earlier on how that was removed. You can kind of see the little clips there, perfect positions for your fingers to kind of grasp in there and release the body. It's really a unique system. As we look up here to the front halo lights, there's a lot built into those things to actually give that halo look. You can kind of see all of the clear plastic that went into it, as well as the rear tail lights too. Also, as I mentioned earlier, this is a fully painted body, so a lot of quality went into this thing. You can kind of see the white pearl backing coat that they used to really make that cyber orange pop. As far as the chassis, I never thought I would like the TRX-4 as much as I do. Now, of course, this is a portal axle rig. It does have a lot of bells and whistles, of course, with the 2-speed transmission and the locking differentials. All in all, it has a lot going on in this chassis, but that's what makes it so fun. Never thought I would like locking the differentials or messing with a 2-speed, but really it is a lot of fun. As far as wheels and tires, they've stuck with their Canyon Trail 1.9 tires. They're actually pretty decent. They do have an open cell foam inside that I actually particularly like. Now, one thing that's changed on this new Bronco is actually replicated the wheels. These are the factory aluminum style steely looking wheels, which I think are pretty good looking. They go with the cyber orange and the black top very well, and I do like these wheels. As far as electronics, pretty standard for a TRX-4. You do have a Titan 21-turn 550 sized brush motor. That's made it up to their XL5 HV3S ESC. So you're able to run 3S on this, which is pretty nice. You do have 3 of the micro servos, the 2065As. That is controlling the 2-speed transmission and the 2 locking differentials. And of course, up front, you do have the 2075X. That is a waterproof steering servo, actually a pretty decent servo for an RTR. And taking a look at the underside of the chassis, you can definitely see the advantage of the additional ground clearance from the portal axles. You see the telescoping drive shafts, the steel links throughout this vehicle, and of course you do have those little cables right there that actuate the locking differentials. Now, something that I haven't seen on a TRX-4 before is this additional skid plate. Maybe that is for just the Bronco, but I haven't seen it on other versions. So you do have a nice little skid plate on the bottom if you happen to need it, just skidding over different obstacles. Well guys, that is my first look and unboxing of the brand new Bronco from Traxxas, of course the TRX-4 version. But I pass it along to you. What are your thoughts on this thing? Do you like the new Bronco? Do you like the new body clips that Traxxas added to this thing? Do you like the 1-to-1 Bronco? Do you think it's a Jeep killer? Leave all of those answers down in the comment section. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, do you mountain bike? Do you prefer pedal bikes or e-bikes? I'd love to hear that down in the comment section as well. Well guys, as always, if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a video. Finally, my name is Rich. Thanks for watching.